Hi, welcome to my channel. In this video I will explain the road to playing red blighted maps on day 1, and I will showcase an example map explaining what to do and how to play it, how to place towers, etc. So the moment you finish campaign, your gear should look like this more or less, right? So this is exactly what I had in my campaign. I was able to get a couple chaos orbs thanks to the new mercenaries we have. I was stealing their loot. That was pretty good. So I ended up with like 15 chaos orbs when I finished campaign today. So I bought first blighted maps. So you should go to trading site, basically select blighted map, yes, and buy the cheapest one, right? So those are, let's say, year 11, but it should be more or less like tier 2 or tier 3. Those are probably some price speculations and stuff. So you will probably start with tier 2, tier 3 or tier 4, something like this. It will cost you like 3 chaos. Then what you need is you need Faustus and get some amber oils. That should be pretty cheap. Yeah, it's like 1 for 10, etc. So you shouldn't have a lot of issues buying those. 10 is enough to start with. Later you will, let's say, you will get oils yourself, so no need to supply them anymore. So the moment you buy a tier 3 map, you simply apply double amber oil to it, right? It reduces the cost of building and upgrading towers by half, and that basically carries your map. You don't need to cast any spells, etc. All you need is really those 2 amber oils and you're left with third slot. So what is the best third slot oil early on? I think is verdant oil, because that helps you getting a level more quickly and doing effectively red blighted maps earlier than you would otherwise, right? The alternative is steel oil, which shortens the encounter. That is also a good option if you want to spend a little bit less time, but yeah, let's say it only reduces encounter by 1 minute, and the encounter is with looting around 6-7 minutes, right? So it's like 15% improvement versus verdant oil gives you really like 45% increased experience, which means you will have to do less yellow blighted maps and you will level up faster before you start doing those T13s, which can drop golden oil and Blight-Ravaged maps, right? So I think that's enough for the map juicings. I will explain how to juice it as well. But you also need to anoint your rings with double amber oil, right? So overall, you need 6 amber oils for your first map, but I really suggest like buying 10, because you might not drop 2 amber oils on your first map. When they drop in significant amount, but it depends what type of chests you roll, right? If you won't get enough oil chests, you won't get enough amber oils from your first map. So the first anoint you need is a scout tower increased damage by 25%. You do this on your both rings. Later, when you transition into red blighted maps, you can use scout towers have increased range. This is much better because the layouts are different, and those towers can easily defend like 2 different lays, 2 different sides of the pump, etc. So this combination, damage and range, is really working great for me. So I really suggest doing it, right? So how do you, let's say, roll your yellow maps, right? I wouldn't use chisels, so I would only apply chisels to red maps, like you can see here. Then you shouldn't be really spending a lot of alchemy orbs on those maps. Just it doesn't matter that much. So just slam alchemy orb and some oils, and that's it, right? So I will apply verdant oil still to those maps, because I really want this experience, and I really want to level up faster, so I can start doing ravage maps and transition my build into something that that actually is worth pressing buttons, right? Because this version is really just to be carried by double amber oil. Oh, maybe I can sell this one. That's really juicy. Apologize for that. So after we apply the oils, we will start the map. We don't really use fragments. So all we do is simply putting the map like this. No need for extra quality. Like I mentioned, without triple crimson oil, fragments are a little bit of overkill, but running T13 can drop golden oil, right? So after you level up a bit, and you should be doing maps, let's say, progressively, which means the map level -4 must be higher or equal to your level. Otherwise, if your level is, let's say, 5 or 6 levels away from the zone, you will get experience penalty and you'll level up slower. This is why you could potentially do red blighted maps starting, you know, from your second, maybe third map right away, but you wouldn't level up as fast. And for this reason, I really recommend going progressively, doing those yellow maps, leveling up, getting some currency, and then starting doing red maps. Okay, I think it's enough talking because that's quite simple. So we start the map, and we will try our best, right? So first thing you do after map is respawn. Of course, you skip the waiting phase. You should check if you have any, let's say, minion tower, minion lanes, right? We have two, but this is a boss icon. They are without the boss, so that should be pretty simple. So what we want to do now is build some scout towers. But it's really nice to build them closer to your pump, but this is closed layout, so we will have like 3 ways. Basically, we need to take care about this area, and this area, right? So we'll have to build a bunch of scout towers. We might want to build a cold tower, but we don't need to upgrade them. This will chill and slow monsters a little bit, but we really want to get as many scout towers as possible so they can carry us. Then for those, let's say, immune lanes, we will need to get some meteor tower, but we need some slots for it. And first, I upgraded by an accident. So yeah, my ADD shows off. I see tower to be upgraded. I don't think about twice, which I should be paying more attention when I create guide. But so as you can see, we take a lot of damage, so this is quite important to stay away. The boss dies. That's really good. We get some currency. So right now we can buy empowering tower. We can already think about those minion immune towers, but we should really add some more scout towers for safety. So it can be that some lines will be spawned with proximity shield. So this is a shield around monsters and it prevents those scout towers hitting the monster. The best weapon against proximity shield will be this Nova Tower. Yeah, it's really good. You can build this on crossroads. If you have closed layout like this, it's really easy. Otherwise, maybe you need to investigate a little bit if some monsters spawn like that, or you can see that you know, there are let's say too many red dots in specific area of your map, and maybe try to get a little bit closer. If you spot like a shield, like a golden shield around monsters, then you should probably build some towers. Yeah, you will be dying if you are gonna get too close. That's totally fine. That's calculated into the cost, and unfortunately we lose experience. I mostly die because I haven't kept my resistances, so I have negative chaos res and lightning res. I will be, let's say, upgrading my build. I already have like a couple of divines in my stash, so I will be investing into that. And I just didn't want to, let's say, do that early on. So yeah, instead of talking, I should be really using my my currency and getting those towers. You can again build some empowering tower, although this is not the best placement. You can again build level 1 chill here and there. That slows it a bit. Yeah, chaos is really a pain for me. You should get some chaos res if you can. so you will have much better time. It's damage over time, so usually all it takes is not standing in a wrong place for too long. But if you have like negative 24, that's really down to half a second. So yeah, so you should basically avoid getting close to any monster so that you can keep building those towers, because they have such a huge range. Building tower in here also defends it from the bottom, and in more open layouts that will come handy, right? This is why we went for range instead of damage, because yeah, what's the benefit of tower having a lot of damage if it can't reach, let's say, monsters that gonna. So I think you've seen a little bit. We have a proximity shield there. Maybe I can put some towers prevently there to try to clear them off. I think that's already done. Again, if monsters, even with those proximity shield, if they come into, let's say, area of a tower, so if the tower can hit them from inside, that's totally fine. But that's not always the case. So it can be a problem. For this reason, yeah, this shock tower, this Nova tower, or whatever it's called, is really handy. And that's a really good tip. Then another thing that you could potentially do is building one glacial cage around your pump. It will stop any leaks, especially if you have like a stubborn monster, stubborn boss that really wants to leak and eat your 10 life of your pump. You can just simply build glacial cage. This is really defensive tower. If you build it around your pump, that should let's say be like a additional safety for your map. So as you can see, this is pretty easy. Today I mostly AFK'd my maps, especially those yellows ones. So you basically build couple towers and you try to stay somewhere safe. You can do something in the windows, just checking from time to time. Even if you die, you just simply go back to your map. Chances of losing this are very low. If you go for tier 14 or 15, it gets much, let's say, more difficult. So I really suggest staying at tier 13 and then maybe trying to upgrade your build. And for tier 14, I would really use some spells for safety. Yeah, it's still doable with double amber, although, you know, some bosses or some combinations might be difficult. There are, you know, monsters there have enough health to, and if the layout is bad, they can basically leak. So tier 13 is like our sweet spot for this strategy. Later you should play triple crimson oil map, right? So you will notice that monsters often just get stuck because those tower slots for some reason don't have phasing and monsters collide with them. So then you just simply loot the map. I will, because I cleared this on video, I will show you what you can expect. The map cost me like 11 chaos, so it's not like very expensive. Oh, we've got a divine orb, that's great, but you shouldn't be expecting a lot of divines. This strategy is probably somewhere around 200-300 chaos per hour. You complete one map in I mean pure profit, right? Not what you drop. You also need to count in high entry cost, which is like 11 chaos per map, which is, I don't know, maybe you can do 6 maps, maybe 7 maps per hour. So you should loot around 300 to 400 chaos plus, and I only mean deterministic loot, plus a lot of jewelry. Yeah, we don't want this. Maybe some flasks that you can sell. You saw that I was able to sell a jewel for 40 chaos, so that's early on, that's really good profit. And this should, let's say, be an easy and pleasant way, instead of pushing your atlas to get your first currency, finish your build, and really starting doing those golden oil strategy ravaged maps, which second divine orb. So you can see it can get lucky, and we don't need really those crimson oils to be, let's say, to drop anything, right? But by anything I mean like to have any tier 1 rewards. So we can sell this for jewelers up, right? Then you can dump stuff to your dump stash, and remember to identify it, and then people will ping you. You can then alter your price if you get spammed with something, or just sell for like, I don't know, 5-10 chaos, whatever makes you happy. I'm doing 5 chaos trades now, especially if I'm in hideout. And yeah, always remember that if you just put something in, maybe don't sell it for 5 chaos, maybe wait another minute to see if you get another offer. So that way you should be able to make a lot of divines on day 1. This is my inventory. Maybe I can show you Exilence next. This is where I started collecting data. It was 3 p.m. I don't know how many maps I've done, but I have like 1300 chaos in my stash. I think I've done like 10 red maps today because I can't play that much, so I've played maybe like effectively 1.5 hour. So I'm just starting my league, and that's totally fine. So I hope this video was useful to you. It was nothing new, but I've got some questions about this, and maybe I will share this video for the next league with people who will be asking. I have a couple of those already on my channel, but I think people really struggle with this, especially how to build towers, or they're losing encounters. So I thought maybe showcasing this once again is really useful, and there's no other time than league start to do this. So next videos should be more about Ravaged map content, maybe about some strategies, or maybe some tips and nuances about 3.26 that I find useful, like for instance like stuff with golems or AG or mercenaries, if I figure this out. But for now it's all. Thank you for watching, and cheers, bye.